Welcome to Ignorance Unleashed with your host Salvatore Cavalieri. In just 10 minutes, enjoy no-nonsense insights with a dash of humor and absurdity, approved by his psychiatrist and wife because they agree he needs this outlet.
Hey. So today we're going to continue to talk about flipping. And now, the topic of today, in relationship with that, it is how many texts I get, from these people looking for property. All right. So yesterday, I got one here. Okay. Some of the emails are so impersonal, that they want me to put them in the top list of priorities looking for property. We have at least within the last 48 hours, I have at least 4 texts from people that I just don't know looking for that property that they want me to push to them. So, question, guys, first of all, what is the relationship? Guys, if you're gonna start any business, okay, make a phone call and say, hey, look, this is my business. This is what I want to do. This is what I have done. This is my objectives. This is what it is. And maybe I will be able to help. Because if I see a property that is a candidate for a flipping, maybe I'll do it myself. Okay, I will go fix it and keep it. Okay, and to do a flip. But there is a barrage of texts here every day, practically, from desperate people looking for properties. And actually, I get this question a lot, especially for the international clients. They look at those shows on TV, where they show you the shiny stuff. Hey, look, you're going to become rich. You're going to buy this POS home, and then you're going to make like a mansion with little money and big profit. They're not telling you a lot of important things to know. Number one, you're going to be taxed through hell, as an income, as the income is generated, as the profit is generated, by the property, Also, you're not going to build any equity. So let's say, for example, you're leaving money on the table. Let's say the house is $500,000. You make 50 grand, 70 grand. Okay. Then if the house you hold it for 3-4 years, you make much more money, and also tax deductions that go with it that you're can take advantage. When you do a short-term real estate, less than a year, you're going to be taxed at the highest taxable rate you qualify for. Okay, they're not going to give you any breaks because you're considered a dealer. Short-term transaction. This is not an investment. It really is not. It's unbelievable. The text and what bugs me the most is the lack of relationship. They want me. First of all, they text me. I didn't ask to be texted. Okay, so nobody picks up the phone. Okay, you need to pick up the phone and make the relationship. Anyhow, with me, you're going to go nowhere because all these flippers are like little prostitutes that they're selling themselves to anybody that will give them a home because they're desperate. Okay, so they go from one deal to another deal to another deal to another deal. I had a terrible experience. Very sharp guy, actually. The way he got into being closer to agents was to provide high-end pictures and drones and stuff like that for the listings. So you will meet the guy. The guy was pretty well versed, stuff like that. He will give you the exterior, interior drone pictures, the whole thing for a very affordable price. But the reality, what he wanted was to get close to you, so you will put him in the top list of people that you will push a property if you see a candidate for a flip. Anyhow, but at the end, he was just like anybody else. He wanted the properties, then he renegotiated. He wanted to make the money on my commission, actually, and that's not going to work. He wanted discounts on top of discounts and top of discounts. At the end, he lost the house. Someone else made the money. Okay, but during that transaction, I was able to, just really put a nail in the coffin for all flippers, for me. And the next time if I find a property, I'm not going to pass it to any investors. If it is a flip candidate, I will do it myself. I will not flip it. I will buy it, fix it, rent it, hold it. Okay? That's what it will do. Okay? So why am I going to give you a property to you? In the years, I met a bunch of flippers, which they had a side gig or side business. Some of them were plumbers and electricians by trade, by profession, and they got into the flipping thing. So kind of, it's okay. You save a lot of money, because you're doing the work yourself, especially electrician or electricity or the water, the plumbing stuff of a house. But again, what is your time worth being there in the property, fixing it? Are you going to make up those numbers? Because you may be, instead of flipping the property, you may be selling, plumbing or electric services to Mrs. John, and she's paying you good money. So do the math on there. So going back to those contractors who did the plumbing, they did some kind of they did well, but some of them did really stupid stuff. They did 1, 2, 3, 4 houses. All of a sudden, they thought they were the newest rich kid in town. They quitted electricity. They quitted their business. Okay? Because they were going to be completely dedicated to the flipping business. Then they got shafted because you don't find properties as often, because there is a long line of people out there, looking for those jewels to buy cheap, fix it up, and show it to someone. By the way, that guy that was the photographer, okay, so the deal didn't go through. Then I asked him, hey, if I find you the property, I would like you to help me to be the listing agent for the property once it's done. Well, sure, yeah, I can do that, but it's 1%. This person wanted to pay 1%. I am the one bringing the meat for you to cook and have this meal, and you're going to compensate me to 1%. Well, F yourself on that one. Okay, don't be so cheap. Don't make the money on someone else's sweat. After that, not only I stopped using the guy for photography, I did not pick up the phone ever again. He called me again. And then I don't deal with flippers. And it's unbelievable the amount of phone calls and texts I get on a daily basis, desperate for a business that has no future. Okay, has no future. Okay, between the taxes, finding the property, being like a little prostitute looking for deals all over town like crazy. That's why you find those gurus. They tell you, okay, yes, I can show you how to do flipping. I can be a partner. So what they're looking for is for you to look at the properties. And then if you cannot buy it or you don't know how to, you partner up with them. Oh my God. You partner up with them. And then, of course, they do the things. So what they're doing, these guys, is a smart way to prospect for homes, looking for homes. They're making you, person back there, look for those properties and, finding them so they can make the money. Now, so this photographer / investor is out of the picture for sure. But at the same time, people just don't get it. They're still looking for those riches. So don't be lazy. That's not the way to make money in real estate. I'm coming up with a book called Cent by Cent, something that my parents taught me, especially my dad taught me years ago. It is a very interesting book because it also talks about the difference between my uncle and my dad at the same time. And it was really interesting. Anyway, so subscribe to the channel, please. Make comments, because then I will know if this is useful. I want to make it as fun as possible. I want to make it as somewhat informal as possible, but this is really serious stuff. Okay, so, and this is my experience over 20 something years, probably more. I lost count. Okay, that I've been doing this. Okay, so stay away from flipping. Okay, take care.